What now?
Stop! You will go no further! To up!
Let's have at it!
right.
All men are the work of our nature.
Did you bring more scales? I want to try again. I've learned so much.
Wade, please leave the customer alone. How can I help you? You must be kidding. We're done. No.
Heren, more scales. I can make another set.
Dear Andraste, no.
I've been thinking every night about what I'd do different. It's all in my head. Dear Heren, don't worry. I can make it faster this time.
You can?
You worry too much. Just give me the scales, friend, and I'll have my finest work for you. Perfect, you say? Well, there are a few alterations I could make. I'll close up the shop then. No more new... Think of the possibilities.
All men are the work of our nature.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board? I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. To live up to the example of Andraste. I have always been fascinated with history. What better place to indulge that than the birthplace of the Maker's prophet? To be the curator of this chantry and to be so young. I fight a battle with pride, and hopefully the Maker can forgive my occasional defeat. And I tend the sacred relics for more to action. More difficult than it sounds. Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event. Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Devinter Magus. These authentic. Please, let me examine it. I need part ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? I examined yours. I know a few of the early chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more. I know it's remarkable. The same Maferath who betrayed our prophet and her burn alive in Minrath Rus. If we could get a real translation, well, it could be the find of our lifetime. It could take months. The ciphers were designed to be difficult for the Magisters to decrypt. Who knows what secrets we can uncover, what truths we can find. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisitions. Take it and go. 1,000 blessings.
The deep dark before first light seems eternal,
I know the chant
but
like
know
the
that
back
the
of my
sun
hand.
always rises.
Take this. You've earned it.
As there is but one world, one life. There is one God.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much. Why, thank you so much.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods Mark and I have collected, and with your discount.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. The crew would have you believe it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. That process, and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the is that all it requires is the desire to for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field. Within the Crows, but it has been something the Crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking filth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler. See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tacticist than... Of course, Crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a knot of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so. Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom, or so the saying goes. Every land has its assassins. Some are simply more open about their business than others. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable? Me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid the woman. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most. It may as well be. But not this once, no. I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district. In a the Crows stored their recruits. Like craze. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else. Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in the store. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no? True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not. Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yes.
Yes.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. I suppose since I ran a fairly successful business. She had me arrested on the spot. The lost ties. The note bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? Of course.
Goodbye.
Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible? That is good to hear. I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most Alvan servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury. They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais. Elven servants are well compensated for their services, live richer lives than humans. A well-paid Elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. Nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at. I am sorry, I have offended and I did not mean to do so.
Yes.
Yes.
All men are the work of our nature.
I have something for you. Did you bring more scales?
Wade, please leave the...
I did. You worry too much.
The client is very...
As there is but one world.
Oh, my pardon. Just I. The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred. I would like to examine them. Let me. It's written. These could be authentic. There is. I can give you 5 sovereigns if the. The bits I have made out. This may be an. If we could get a real translation, it could.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is one
All complete. It cannot be done. I am ready. I am afraid not. Of course. No, I think not. It cannot be done. I'm afraid not. You'd like? Shall we? It cannot be done. Think not. Perhaps I could have a try at that. I'm afraid not. It is done.
As you say. It shall be done.
It cannot be done. No, I think not. I knew it would be easy.
Have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made. There's two things I'm here for. Travel or trade. Understand?
Do this, do that.
Magic exists to serve man and never.
So much to do!
Foul and corrupt are they who hate his guilt and turn against his
A little something extra. For friendship. Good to see you again. We're closed. Oh, it's you.
The Drake scale armor is done. And it's, well, decent. Few things I'm rather proud of. And it didn't take as long as I feared.
Be very beta forward, flights and see.
I feel good, actually. I wouldn't mind working on Lord such-and-such's armor today.
We'll see how long this lasts. Here's your... Now, please leave.
Hope you enjoy your armor. I'm glad Heren let me make something decent for a change.
All complete.
Welcome. Oh, it's you. Please leave. And if you have any more scales, you can shove them. Yeah, just leave.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule alone.
More enemies ahead!
This really gets the blood flowing.
I believe I took a bad shot in that fight. You would like something? Yes. Yes. Impossible.
I didn't get into this business to sit on my goods.
So, why would the crows...
What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. I am honored.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant. Someone had maybe it'll change by the time my children. Twice a year. My grandfather says I've lost my... Best of luck to...
You're wasting your time.
They've lost
Only
all
dwarves
sense.
are allowed.
Orzammar was starved.
Big battle out by Winter's Breath, I hear.
Greeting.
Best be careful. Darks.
Yes? Oh? What was this about? Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
More enemies ahead!
This is madness. They can't just shut down the city.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry. Oh, of course. Ferelden. King Loghain will not...
Vieta! This land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Iduken returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. What? Lies and slander! King Loghain will not suffer this. I will not suffer it. I'm his messenger.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
Shall be done.
Don't leave that fool with his blade out, Warden. You're free to enter when he's out of my beard. You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
A trust follow, Warden.
For the love of paragons. Spare a few bits.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Blanca, all Orzammar will know your name. Don't say that.
Still with the stern glances, Alistair?
You didn't answer my question about why the Crows wouldn't send their best man.
So for that, I must...
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these Dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders.
I find that soddy fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the Commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order. Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. They've caged. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Surfacers appoint. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Yes, you should.
That is a remarkable amount of lava. Do you think anyone ever falls in? Shall we? I'm afraid not.
Excuse me, do you...
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen... What was I saying? Right. Yeah, I have some...
You look like you're not from around here. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? I've been trying to I want to know if they would accept me for study. That would be... Tell them... Did you... Oh...
It is begun.